Good morning, and let us take a step ahead to the second part of transformation of sentences. In our previous topic, we discussed some rules and examples related to the assertive sentences, and we learned some definitions of the four kinds of sentences also in our previous topic. In this class, we will start our topic with the transformation of exclamation sentences. Exclamatory sentences are sentences in which we show our feeling, our surprise, our joy. So these type of sentences we can use, or we can start with how and what. And for that transformation of these exclamation sentences, we need some rules related to compare or down with the feelings or the wishes. So let us begin our topic, that is transformation of its second part. In this, let us begin our topic, transformation of exclamation sentences. Exclamations are often constructed with how and what. Exclamatory sentences are constructed with how and what. Means we show our surprise, joy, sorrowness, all this with the help of these two words, how and what. So let us see the rules. First rule. Subject and verb of exclamatory sentence. Subject and verb of exclamatory sentence are to be used as the subject and verb of assertive sentence. At the outset of the sentence, listen carefully, subject and verb of the exclamatory sentence are to be used as the subject and verb of assertive sentences at the outset of the sentence. How, what are replaced by very or great, or you can say how or what is replaced by very and great. We can use very before adjective and great before noun. So how or, we can use how or what in exclamatory sentences, and these two are replaced by very or great. Very we use before an adjective, great we use before a noun. So exclamations are used with the word or start with the word how or what. For that these two exclamatory words, how or what, we change them in simple or assertive sentences by using a simple sentence or simple tense. Here, how is changed by very and what is changed by great in assertive sentences. Example, how beautiful you are, sign of exclamation. One more thing in this, we put exclamatory sentences in exclamation sentences, but in assertive sentences, we put simple full stop. Let us see the example. How beautiful you are, sign of exclamation. You are very beautiful, full stop. What a fool you are, sign of exclamation. You are a great fool. So, whenever you see these two words that are expressing the feelings, the sorrowness or joyness, then it means the sentence is in exclamation form. To remove these, we use very or great in assertive sentences that are given here. You can see this rule in these two examples. How beautiful you are, you are very beautiful. What a fool you are a great fool. Rule number 2. Sometimes the subject and verb may be eclipsed. In exclamatory sentences, to form them or to transform them in assertive, we found that sometimes the subject and verb may be eclipsed. What a beautiful scenery. It is a very beautiful scenery. What a pity. It is a great pity. In these two sentences, you can see that the subject and verb are eclipsed. So, what a beautiful scenery. It is a very beautiful scenery. What a pity. It is a great pity. In second rule, sometimes the subject and verb may be eclipsed. Here are the examples related to the second rule. Now our third rule. Hurrah, bravo are replaced by I or we. Rejoice that, or it is a matter of joy that. Hurrah or bravo are replaced by I or we. Rejoice that, or it is a matter of joy that. Example. Hurrah. Sign of exclamation, we have won the game. So it is a matter of joy that we have won the game. We rejoice that we have won the game. For alas, alas is replaced by it is matter of sorrow that. We can remove this alas by using it is matter of sorrow that. Here in expression that we are feeling rejoice, we use it is a matter of joy, and for that sadness or sorrowness, here with alas, when we remove or when we replace this, we will add it is a matter of sorrow that. Or I or we grieve that. You can write that one also. So let us see the example. Hurrah! We have won the game. We will remove this exclamatory word hurrah and we add here it is a matter of joy. Rest of the sentence will remain same. Similarly here we will remove the word alas, that is the sign of sorrow or sadness. So here we will remove this alas and we place or we will write it is a matter of sorrow. Here, by removing hurrah, we will add it is a matter of joy, and by removing alas, we will write it is a sorrow. It is a matter of sorrow. So let us see the complete examples. Hurrah! Sign of exclamation. We have won the game. It is a matter of joy that we have won the game. Alas! Sign of exclamation. He has failed. It is matter of sorrow that he has failed. So, in third rule, the signs, the feelings or the expressions that shows happiness or joy. The words are hurrah or bravo. We replace these words by adding I or we rejoice that, or it is a matter of joy that. And for sadness, for the word alas, we will add it is a matter of sorrow that, or we will replace this word alas by it is a matter of sorrow. So, you can easily see these two examples and learn these examples or rules related to the expressions or the feelings of sadness or joy. So, in third rule, you will find the two feelings, that is of joy and the second one is of sorrow. And in second rule, you have read that subject and verb may be eclipsed. Or in third rule, you have read that hurrah or bravo are replaced by I or we rejoice that, or it is a matter of joy that. And for removing alas, alas is replaced by it is matter of sorrow that. And here are the examples. Our next fourth rule. Fourth rule had, were, if, would, that is replaced by I wish plus subject. We will add the subject again, plus were or had, then rest of the sentence. Here, first, were. Were I a bird? Were I a bird? Then we will replace this by first I, then wish, then again subject, then were or had. We will add here were because were is there given here. Then rest of the sentence, rest of the part. Similarly here, had I the wings of a bird. Here we will remove this had and we will start with I, then wish, then again subject, then had, then rest part of the sentence. So, had, were, if or would that is replaced by I wish plus subject again plus were or had plus rest part of the sentence. Example, I wish first, were I a bird? Sign of exclamation. I wish I were a bird. Had I the wings of a bird? Sign of exclamation. I wish I had the wings of a bird. Next rule. In fifth rule, we make exclamation with what when the adjective is followed by a noun. The rule is we make exclamation with what when the adjective is followed by a noun, and similarly as a how. So let us see the key points or the rules of the exclamatory sentences. What, then article a or an, then adjective plus singular countable noun. What, a or an, adjective plus singular countable noun. What a lovely girl! Sign of exclamation. Second rule, what, a or an plus singular countable noun. What, a or an plus singular countable noun. So what, a singular countable noun, tragedy. What plus adjective plus plural plus countable, uncountable noun. What plus adjective, what plus adjective plus plural plus uncountable noun. What terrible weather! Sign of exclamation. How plus adjective or adverb plus subject plus verb. How clever he is! Sign of exclamation. These are the identification or the rules of the exclamatory sentences. How plus adjective or adverb plus subject plus verb. How clever he is. How plus subject plus verb. How he has changed. How he has changed. So, here are some rules or the pattern or the formation of the sentences while making the exclamatory sentences. First is what, a or an plus adjective plus singular countable noun. Second, what, a or an plus singular countable noun. Third, what plus adjective plus plural plus uncountable noun. Next is how plus adjective or adverb plus subject plus verb. Next, how plus subject plus verb. So, thoroughly read these rules to make sure or understand the rules related to the exclamatory sentences. Our next step is transformation of imperative sentences. Imperative sentences we use for giving some order, request or advice. For that, we put do not before the verb in imperative sentences while making negative. So let us start with our transformation of imperative sentences into negative. We put do not before the verb in imperative sentences. Here, these are imperative sentences, and for transforming them to negative, we add do not before the verb. See, here are the examples. Open the window. Do not open the window. Shut the door. Do not shut the door. Call the doctor at once. Do not call the doctor at once. Post the letter. Do not post the letter. Write to him a strong letter. Do not write to him a strong letter. Leave him. Do not leave him. So, here are some examples of imperative sentences, and for transforming or formation of negative or transforming these imperative sentences into negative formation, we will add do not. We will add do not before all these verbs. So, see the examples. Open the window, shut the door, call the doctor at once, post the letter, write to him a strong letter, leave him. So, we will add do not in before here, and rest of the sentence will be remain same. So, the simple way to transformation of imperative sentences into negative is to put do not before the verb in imperative sentences. Then it will be converted into negative sentences. Then next is transformation of imperative sentences into interrogative. We add for this. In negative sentences, we add do not before the verb. But in interrogative sentences, listen carefully, in interrogative sentences, we will add this will plus the subject here. Then rest of the sentence. So, we will add will plus subject before the verb in imperative sentences to transform them into interrogative sentences. So, in negative, we add what we had? We added do not. In imperative sentences, we add do not before the verb. But for interrogative sentences, we will add will plus subject before the verb. So, let us see the examples. Open the door. Will you open the door? Question mark. Stop it. Will you stop it? Get out of here. Will you get out of here or not? Question mark. Please take me to the director of the institute. Will you please take me to the director of the institute? Question mark. Yes, one more thing is here. We will put question mark at the end of the sentence. For imperative sentences, we will start with will you. Then rest of the sentence. Then at the last of the sentence, there will be a question mark. Serve him. Will you serve him? Question mark. So, for transforming imperative sentences into interrogative form, we will add will plus subject, then rest of the sentence, then at the last of the sentence there will be a question mark. Open the door. Will you open the door? Question mark. Stop it. Will you stop it? Question mark. Get out of here. Will you get out of here or not? Please take me to the director of the institute. Will you please take me to the director of the institute? Question mark. Serve him. Will you serve him? So, here in imperative sentences, for transforming of imperative sentences to negative form, we add do not before the verb, and for interrogative sentences we add will plus you, rest of the sentence, and at the last of the sentence there is a question mark. Now next is transformation of imperative sentences into assertive. The transformation of imperative sentences to negative and interrogative is quite easy. But for the assertive sentences, you will have to follow some rules. Transformation of imperative sentences into negative and interrogative is quite simple, because for negative formation we add do not before the verb, and for interrogation we add will plus you and rest of the sentence then question mark. But for assertive sentences, for transformation of imperative sentences into assertive, we will have to follow some rules. So let us begin with the first rule. We add subject plus should in doing assertive. Do the work. You should do the work. Do the work. You should do the work. Please or kindly is replaced by you are requested. Please or kindly is replaced by you are requested. Example, please help me. You are requested to help me. Next, do not is replaced by you should not. If the imperative sentence is in the negative form, do not is replaced by you should not. Example, do not run on the road. So, you should not run on the road. You should not run on the road. Next, never is replaced by you should never. Never is replaced by you should never. Let us see the example. Never tell a lie. You should never tell a lie. Next, let us is replaced by we should. Let us is replaced by we should. Let us see the example. Let us go out for a walk. We should go out for a walk. Full stop. Next, let plus noun or pronoun is replaced by subject plus might. Listen carefully. Let plus noun or pronoun is replaced by subject plus might. Let him play football. He might play football. So, thoroughly read this rule to understand or to make transformation of imperative sentences into assertive. These are, first, we add subject plus should do the work. You should do the work. Please or kindly is replaced by you are requested. Do not is replaced by you should not. Never is replaced by you should never. Let us is replaced by we should. Let plus noun or pronoun is replaced by subject plus might. I hope you will have understood whatever we discussed in this second part of our topic, transformation of sentences. Go through the rules carefully and practice yourself. Have a nice day.